Alright, we're back in the shop. It's Sunday night, I don't know, January 3rd. I think it was 56 degrees today, so we had a bunch of work to do outside. Somebody brought us 2 truckloads of pine logs, so we had to split them up, but tonight we're trying to get the 3-point hitch cover back on the 820. Haven't got any further with that, but I'd like to get this back in. I honed the cylinder. I already got the piston down in there. This is the ball. Sits on that screw right there, and that controls your rate of drop by turning that screw in from the, would be the top when it's upright. That controls your rate of drop, and if you leave it out of there, the 3-point hitch falls really quick. So that's greased because I'll have to turn this over and set it on there. What else have I got? I've got the O-rings in here. I've got a spring down in there. It has to hook on that little stud there. You can't see it, and it hooks in this hook there. And of course this is upside down. It'll flip over. And yeah, let me get started here and I'll bring you back. Hold on. Alright, I got it sitting in there. I got 4 bolts in it. There's a bolt that goes in from the back side, pulls this thing back against the housing. I got to put that in first and tighten it. I'll have to snug these up. Let's see here. I've got, and I don't think this is original. I think somebody's had this apart. I've got 3 of these little clips here that need to go back on. One here, one there, and one right there on the end of this arm that comes across. It's on a pivot right there. So let me get those in and get the bolts tight. So hang on, bring it back. Alright, finally got it. Boy, it took me more trying than not, but I don't know if we can see it down in there. Yeah, right down in there, that bottom pin. Got that one on. Got that one, that one. This one up here has a copper washer underneath it. I don't think it was original, but I put it back. Got these bolts tight. I got the bolt in from the end. It's alright, I got them back. Got these bolts tight. I think the camera's full, but this is the O-ring that goes on this hole. I've got a new gasket for here. I got my spring hooked up in there. This is ready to go on. I'm thinking I want to turn the tractor around and get that hung from the hoist so that I can drop it right down on, because this arm needs to go on the roller inside that housing, and that's going to be a challenge letting it down. And I got my cylinder mounted. Yeah. There's a hard right turn. Cylinder's completely collapsed. There's a hard left turn, and she's completely extended. Well, I got it in there. My fittings are in the back. I need to run hoses up around the back of here and up to my fittings there. I've got grease fittings for that ball joint. And this ball joint, I need to paint this piece just so it doesn't rust. And yeah, that's that. I think I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. Get this thing back together, get some hoses made for it. I still need to clamp my tubes down, but I'm gonna have to get some help. Get it moved over there against the underneath the hoist so I can let that down easy. So, alright, thanks for watching. Alright, well, it's the next night. Got this thing walked over here and set on this box. Got it flipped over, hung on the chain. Hung from the chain hoist. But I had it on there once. It goes right up on there and sits right down, slicker than snot. I cranked this in and it wouldn't stop. It just kept screwing down in. Ah, crap. I unscrewed it and my ball fell out. So I had to pick it back up. I just had the bolts around the outside on. I had to pick it back up. Find the ball, because I looked around the shop here and I couldn't find it. I says, well, I don't know where it got to, but I don't want it in that transmission. So, sure enough, I picked it up and it was sitting on top of the cylinder. Right up in that hole right there. It couldn't have got out of there, but like I said, it would have, the 3-point hitch would have dropped like a rocket. So anyhow, there it is. It's ready to go back on. The gasket's all cleaned up. Walk it right back up in here. And then we'll set it down. I gotta make sure this lever goes up in that roller right there. So, alright, I'll bring you back. And there it is, back down on there. The only thing I have to do, look in through the fill hole and make sure I hit my roller. I think so. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. So, alright, that's probably enough. I'm going to put these bolts in and I want to put the bolts in around it, probably call it a night. I did make some hoses for my cylinder, and they're going to lay right in along there. Still need to make some brackets to clamp my tubing up. And alright, that's probably that. I'd like to got more done with the cylinder tonight, but anyhow, thanks for watching.